All praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video, a lesson on how these women are starting to get on everyone's nerves, man, and how even brothers, elders, apostles, brothers that don't normally even do videos on women, there's so much wickedness happening within these women that even brothers that don't even like doing videos and that kind of stuff, they're having to mention it, man. And when you watch these camp videos now, they might just be talking about another thing, and then the spirit just quickly makes a man voice something toward where Eve gets a ricochet, man. Like, oh yeah, Jacob and Esau, and then it would be like, yeah, but the reason why, yeah, but and Eve, like, something will just come to where Eve's got to get a honorary mention, man, a dishonorary mention, because she's such a demon in the society right now, right? That is like, it's not possible if you're about the scripts and you're telling the truth in prophecy. Women's wickedness and women's judgment that they're going to receive for such wickedness is a part of prophecy, and you cannot ignore it, man. It cannot be ignored completely, right? If you're telling the truth from the scriptures in general, that is something that has to be addressed, man. Right? So I'm going to talk about that in this lesson, Lord willing, man. And I also want to talk about how a lot of these women are upset about this whole the top harlot idol getting rejected, because they know that they're hoes as well. And it's making them realize, man, if the top harlot whole idol was rejected, then what chance do we have? And the top harlot whole idol that I'm talking about is that fought Megan Thee Stallion, man. All you men are grieved by her getting on online. She made Clay Thompson famous, and all. No, she didn't. No, she didn't, man. And a man don't really give two shits about being famous as much as women care. If his money's all right, they don't really give a shit about that. It's you women that care about fame and caring about being known. But here's the thing: men are disgusted by their woman being known. If a man invites a woman to try and, just picture this: a man invites his woman to try and meet his parents, right? And the dad's already smashed before back in the day. You'll be like, you ain't can't deal with me now. That's gross. Or if the mom and the dad know of her and have heard rumors about that woman being a hoe, that's gross, man. It's you women that care about your man being known. You care about that stuff, man. Some of you women have rejected a guy that you like because when you asked your friend's opinion on it, they was like, he ain't really popping like that. Like, he ain't. And you rejected that guy because of what your friends say. And that's why I laugh when most of you women try and call men down low, right? You women are up high with how LGBT you are, calling men down low. You women are the ones that are really down low, right? Muff diving all over the place, man. You women be doing more off to the side things with your friends than men ever be doing, man. And yeah, there are a lot of men that are demons in that regard as well. But you women don't want to talk about yours. You women don't want to talk about all the muff diving that you've been doing, man. You want to try and just keep the limelight on men. And I was watching one video that our elder did where he was talking about going into how some wicked ass Eve was trying to blame men for the reason why women got into a fight in public and a woman ran over another woman and unalived her. And somehow it came back to it being men's fault, the Israelite man. And that's why I've said this, that women, right, all women of all nations and Esau think exactly the same in this world, man. Because Esau always tries to find a way to blame Jake for anything that goes wrong in the world as well. And that's why when CK, right, Charlie Barley Burke, right, when Chabali Chaburk, right, I don't want to say the real name, when Barley Burke got unalived, right, CK, when he got unalived, you had this idiot on the news and talking in public, trying to talk like it was us that done it, trying to talk like it was us that did it to him, when it was their own people, man. Like, these Edomites are always trying to find a way to blame Jake for something, just like the Israelite woman's always trying to find a way to blame the Israelite men for something. And just like how the whole world really is always trying to find a way to make things the Israelite man's fault. They tried to blame the C-119 on us, man. They tried to blame that on us, really. If you was really paying attention during that time, oh, there's certain groups and communities that are not taking it. Well, all the other people that are taking it should be safe according to what you're saying. So whether we have or have not took it shouldn't matter, right? If where we can play Russian roulette with our own life, what stay out of our business. You don't care about our lives anyway. So why do you care if we don't take it? Right? Why would you even care or pretend to care, man? And you women, like, man, I'm glad Yahweh took your hair, man, because that's the one thing that we can still bond you Israelite hoes out with, man. When y'all start getting a bit too lippy, we can drop a Ginger J bar on ya. Yo, where's your hair? Yo, take off your eyelash. Yo, take off your eye. Yo, what? Is she sending? Is she sending? She sending? Is she shooting? Is she shooting? Watch this. Where's your hair? Yo, take off your eye. We can drop a line like that, man. We can drop a line on you women real quick, man. You say whatever you want to say about me. Like it's so certain Israelite men can bond women out like this. They can be like, okay, say what you want to say about me, but if I chose to, I could grow my hair and have a ponytail. Can you? Can you do that? Can you do that? Can you have a ponytail? Some of you women want to have a ponytail and you can't have a ponytail, man. Or some people might say it all in one. You can't have a ponytail. You can have a Caesar cut, a buzz cut. In fact, you wake up with that, but you can't have a ponytail. And you might say about me, I'm bold, right? I can't grow hair no more like that, right? But I don't care about that. I'm not a woman. You women want to have long hair, and you can say you don't all you want. When you get in your wigs and weaves, are you getting a wig and a weave to make the hair short or long? Long. So don't try it, man. And the reason why you hoes can't grow hair is because of your wicked, disgusting attitude towards the Israelite man. That's who you're around the most. Isaiah 3 and 16. Moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and what would stretch forth necks, and wanton eyes, you're walking proud as hell. Your eyes are wanton, you always like. I remember there was a time when I walked out the house in a jumper that wasn't even expensive. It was like less than, it was either £10 or less, but it looked expensive, right? It looks expensive, right? And I was walking down the street, and like I went into some shop and I could just see some Israelite woman's neck twisting and turning to try and watch where I'm going into, man. That's wanton eyes because she might have a man. And the amount of time when Israelite women will be with a man and they're looking up in another Israelite man's face is disgusting. They do that shit more than any other nation of women, man. A Jake man walking on the street by himself. The Israelite woman's with her man. And her eyes are wanton and she's all staring up in the next man's face, man. They do that shit. They're demons. Right? Walking and mincing as they go. Proud as hell. And they ain't no more proud. An Israelite woman is never as proud as when she's got that weaving, man. And you Israelite women don't like us mentioning the weave because some of these other nations of women like mock you and laugh at you for that kind of stuff, right? But you deserve to be mocked because you're proud. And the reason why this happened to you anyway is because of the arrogance and pride that you've shown to us Israelite men. You really hate our guts, man. So why should we feel sorry for you? You want to be disrespectful as hell towards us every single chance you get, right? And then you spaz out on each other, and you want it to be a thing where you spaz out on each other. Now we're supposed to jump up and save you. Oh, women, stop fighting! Stop fighting! Put our lives at risk, and then receive no thanks afterwards, because that's what we're supposed to do. That's the way you women escape having to thank the men for helping your wicked, ugly asses out, man. Oh, but that's what he's supposed to do anyway. That's what he's supposed to do. And it's mad. You know all the scientific, what a man's supposed to do, what a man's this, what a man's that. But how the fuck comes you don't know what you're supposed to do? How comes you men don't ever know what you're supposed to do, man? And what you're supposed to do is always based on whatever, if the man's doing what he's supposed to do. Oh, the man's got to put you in a feminine state to do what you got to do, but you don't have to put us in a state where we got to do what we got to do, though, innit? And that's why when it really goes down, a lot of you women are not going to make it, man. You're going to get mashed up, bruv. Because in the world, like, The wickedness that you women even get away with. I've started to really look at this, man, in a psychological, in a spiritual sense of everything that I can think of why you women do the things you do. And I've realized this: you women are always banking on the man having morals in order to get away with the wickedness that you do. Because when you women are committing adultery on a man, you're always hoping on his fear of going to jail or on his moral code where he doesn't want to go to jail and ruin his life. Because if he doesn't care about ruining his life in this society and doesn't care about the jail system and all of that stuff, what's going to happen to you when you do that to him? What do you think is going to happen when you sleep with his brother, sleep with his dad, sleep with his best friend? What do you think is going to happen if that man doesn't care about any moral code and doesn't have any moral code within him to where he's like, you know what, I'm not going to crash out? What do you think is going to happen to you? Never mind anyone else. What do you think is going to happen to you? If you're walking down the street and you disrespect a man, deliberately don't move out of the way as if you're tougher than him, right? What do you think is going to happen if that man doesn't have a moral code? What do you think is going to happen? He'd grab you and slam you on your head, man, and proceed to start stomping your ass out if he really just doesn't care. But you women are hoping on the man having a moral code for you to do the wickedness that you do, man. And that's why you women will be out in public spazzing out trying to fight because you're thinking, oh, eventually some man's gonna come along and stop it. Like you hoes still think you're in school, man. That's how people do in school. They're like, okay, the teachers are around, right? I'm gonna spaz out. I'm gonna start boxing up this person, punching them up because the teachers are have to stop it. Or that's how women act towards men is how little school children act towards their school teachers. Oh, the teacher's not allowed to hit me because they'll lose their job. They're not allowed to hit me. But what if that teacher decides, you know what, fuck this job, and decides to start stepping on that school child's head, man? And like, I don't care about the job, forget it. This is going to be more enjoyable for me than 20 years of salaries from that job. Me stomping your ass out, it's more enjoyable. I'm gonna remember this more than I remember what I could spend on them salaries. What if the teacher decided to say that? Well, then now that school child's F, didn't they? And that's how it is for you women. You women bank on a man having morals and righteousness within him so that you can get away with being immoral and wicked. And that's why most of the complaints that you women do about men right now that I'm starting to notice are things that you women do. You're complaining saying the men are acting like women. But if women are so righteous, then men acting like women shouldn't be a bad thing, right? It should actually be a good thing. Since you women hate men so much and I've got all these bad and evil things to say about men all the time, well, if men acted like women, since you women try and make it like women are the better gender, right? If men started acting like women, that should actually be a good thing then, shouldn't it? But it's not, because for the most part, you men are demons, man. And this cannot be ignored. Anyone trying to play games and try and make it like it's not the case, Yahweh's going to show them more and more video proof, more and more evidence in their real life. If they got children or whatever, Yahweh might show through that women are wicked demons, man. Right now, under the vibration of this society, right? In the kingdom, the Israelite woman is going to be the only woman that actually is like how a woman's supposed to be. The heathen women are still going to be wicked, but the Israelite woman is going to be, when you look at it, you're going to be like, wow, you might cry, man. Real talk. You might actually cry and thank Yahweh alone privately in your chamber for how beautiful and righteous the Israelite women are going to be, man. How beautiful they're going to be to look at. How beautiful they're going to be around when you're around your woman, right? How tasty their food's going to be when they cook you a meal. How nice they're going to smell, right? How long their hair is going to be in the kingdom when they get their hair back. But as it stands right now, they're being judged, man. And you cannot deny it. You can try and play games and try and deny what you want. Yahweh's going to show you that what it is. Right? Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 16, moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, Yahweh will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover her secret parts. Now, you get a lot of Israelite women always wanting to try and make themselves a prophetess, always wanting to try and make themselves a teacher. You ever notice that they don't go into this verse when they want to try and come and start trying to be a teacher all of a sudden? Whenever these Israelite women always all of a sudden realize that they want to think that they're a teacher of the Bible. Oh, I'm a prophetess. I'm a prophetess. How comes they don't prophesy and prophetess this verse and this chapter? How come they don't ever go to this part of the Bible and tell the Israelite women, right, that this has happened to them and that's the reason why they can't grow no hair? How come they don't ever decide to use their spiritual announcement for this? They never go here, do they? I haven't seen one Israelite woman ever really go into the scripture and tell Israelite women, fix the rascal fuck up, man. Yeah? Fix your attitude towards the Israelite man, because this is the reason why y'all can't grow hair. Because they're like the Israelite woman's really scared of each other, man. They're scared to correct each other because they know women are wicked. And that's why when a situation happens between men and women, these wicked ass women want to try and tell the men to fix up first. Because they know that that men are more likely to listen to somebody trying to correct them than women are. And then they'll try and pretend that women are righteous, but they know that women are demons though. Because they know that they're a demon themselves, really, man, for the most part. And people might say, "Oh, this guy hates women." You know, say what you want to say. I don't really care if women think that I hate women. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I don't really care if a woman thinks that I hate women, or if they want to say to me, my mama black." Like, oh, so, and okay, all right, yeah, and what now? What? But your mama black? He hates his mama. Okay, that's what you think. Okay, and so what? So what if you think I hate my mom? What's that got to do with you? What's that got to do with the price of tea in China? Huh? What's that got to do with the Strait of Hormuz? Do you know what I mean? What's that got to do with anything, man? You stupid idiots. You men are always trying to. And here's another thing I want to say, man. I want to get off my chest too, man. The more and more you women are starting to realize that men ain't playing your wicked ass games anymore, right? All you dummy women, you really think calling men gay is gonna make you get what you want? Oh, the men. I went out to the club last night and no men was trying to holler at me. What the fuck they come out for? Not even to talk to nobody. What the hell did you come out for? Not to talk to nobody. You can open up your damn mouth and speak to men as well. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Let me drop it another way. Who do you think you is? Yeah, you think you're just some special queen on a throne that every man's got to come and holler at you? No, you can open up your damn mouth and talk to them as well, man. Talking about courting. You women don't. You women are out here in this world talking about getting courted, and I'm thinking, mate, some of y'all have been bust down in the alleyway, and you're talking about courting. Court what? Courting. Some of you women have noshed off a DJ in his DJ booth while he's doing a set in a club, and you're talking about courting. Some of you women have been battered out by the local drug dealer for a 10 bag of weed, man. Oh, I ain't got the Quan. I ain't got the money right now, but I'm sure we can work something out. Yeah, well, okay then. All right, yeah, we could work something out. Then, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Sweet, sweet. Do you know what I mean? And y'all talking about courting. Court what? Court what, man? Court where, bro? What are you on about? Some of you women have lost it off a man because he's got a ponytail, man. Yo, he's bum, man. Yo, have you seen his ponytail? He's got that good China. He's got that good Asian hair because he got a ponytail. Some of you women are so sick in the head that you like it when a man starts acting like a gangster, but they didn't like him before, man. When he starts acting like a ruffian, that's part of the reason why some of you women started liking Michael B. Jordan, man. When he was that bad guy villain character on the Panther, man. Y'all started liking him when he started acting evil, which really his character actually wasn't evil, but you women can't see the spiritualness in anything, so you thought that his character was the evil character, but his character actually was the righteous character. But you women would have seen it as his character was the bad guy because that's the way they promoted it on the movie. But his character was actually more righteous than the other character, man. The other character was more cooning. But anyway, verse 17, yeah, therefore, where Yahweh smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. And has he not discovered their secret parts of these women? Has he not literally gave them social media to to like expose how wicked they are? Like when you actually see, when I actually watch some of these videos and how some of these women talk, I'm like, the level of arrogance that these women have is absolutely disgusting. Like it's truly sickening, some of the arrogance that they have and the way how they talk about men and really just think that men are supposed to just take them out to all these expensive places without knowing them. For even like a man, when you consider how long it takes to actually know somebody, right? A man might get a woman's number in person, right, by a so-called cold approach. How long is that interaction going to last? Admit it could last like a couple of seconds, 20, 30 seconds to maybe 20-minute conversation, and 20-minute conversation might be long, right? And then now he might talk to her a couple of times through a phone and message her like maybe 10, 30 times before they end up meeting each other in real life again. How long is that really? That might not even be an hour worth of interaction that he's got with this woman. And now these women expect the man, after not even knowing her for an hour, don't know what she's about, don't know what she's did, don't know how many other men in her phone she's having the exact same conversation with, right? Because he met her and walked and seen her walking down the street and thought she was pretty. Okay, another man a couple of seconds later might do the same thing as well, and that woman might take his number. But they expect that man's supposed to now take her to some expensive restaurant, right? Waste his money, right? And you know what I mean? Nah. Men should really be, when they're thinking about, if they even did think about taking a woman to somewhere to eat, they should be looking at that menu online first before they take her there and see what the most expensive item on that menu is. And be like, am I prepared to spend this to pay for that if she decides to take the piss and order that? Do you know what I mean? Women start thinking that they slick and they haven't tasted a certain food before, and now they want to taste something that they might not like off of your bank account balance. Nah, bruh. Now, if a man's been with a woman for 5, 10 years, he'd be more than happy to take her to some expensive restaurant. He'd be more than happy to. But some woman that he don't know, why should he? And why should a woman expect it? To be honest with you, just like how women don't want us to expect getting it from them on the first night. But here's the thing: some of you women have gave it to men on the first night anyway, and then come to another man, expecting the other man to not get it, not want it, or expect it on the first night. But he better damn sure pay you, buy you, and take you out to an expensive restaurant on the first night. And that's why you women don't make any sense. The man that you're prepared to give it to on the first night, get the specialized lunch and dinner from him. Make him take you out to all those expensive places, considering he's the one that you like the most. The man that you like the most, you should be expecting the most from as well. But you men are so backwards that the man that you don't like the most is the one that you expect the most from, and the man that you like the most is the one that you expect the littlest from. You're so dumb. It's unbelievable. You're just dumb, man. Like there's not really much kind words that I can think about saying about you. I mean, you're just dumb. You don't know what you're doing. And when all hell breaks loose, it's going to be shown to the highest degree how little you men know. It's going to be exposed. Like, you men can't. Like, I can cook food. I ain't the best chef, but I can cook food to where I wouldn't need some woman to cook for me. I don't need a woman to cook food for me. I can cook myself. Right? I can throw some food together if I just open up the cupboard and see that there's some basic ingredients. I could throw that together and make it taste like something, man. I could. I can. I have. Right? You women cannot handle stuff like that, man. You women are gonna need sanitary towels, tampons, all that kind of stuff when all hell breaks loose. And none of y'all have even considered in your life, like, okay, if it did happen to where I didn't have access to those things, what would I use as an alternative to that? You'll be expecting men to come up with the alternative. These times it's something that you need, and you should be coming up with the alternative, man, considering it's something that you are supposed to be doing. But let's carry on. Verse 18, in that day Yahweh will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their cords and their round ties like the moon. And he's already done it in the past. But in a time to come, he's gonna take away all the things that make you women look like something, man. Like the maddest thing is when you see them women with these women with these BBL, and the main women getting BBL seems to me to be Israelite women. But they always fought, and the reason why these women are the main one are they trying to go and get BBLs now is because they're too lazy to go gym. Because certain Edomite women now are starting to go gym and get a similar, exact same kind of figure as what the Israelite woman can have. Sometimes better, man. Sometimes better. We can't lie. Sometimes it looks better than the Israelite woman because the Israelite woman is out of shape because she's fat, right? But there'll be Edomite women that have got a slim waist, no stomach, and an ass. There will be. We can't lie. We don't need to lie to try and make you Israelite women feel better about yourself. So then the Israelite woman, to try and make herself have a bigger ass at least, then these Edomite women will go and get a BBL. And then it looks stupid, by the way. And the reason why they do this is because they're too lazy to go gym. When if the Israelite woman went gym, she'd have the best physique out of all women because she's an Israelite. But they're too lazy to do that. They're too lazy. Right? They don't want to go gym, man. The Israelite woman it's like she's allergic to the gym, really, man. I don't really see in gyms that I've went to, I don't really see too many Israelite women in the gym. Not really, man. And then even when if I do see like an Israelite woman that's a personal trainer, sometimes they still got that fat BBL kind of build anyway, man. If you Israelite women are obsessed with having a big ass, you're obsessed with it, man. And then it's mad because you try and show disrespect to make out like you don't care about what the Israelite man cares about, right? But the Israelite man, more than any other man on this earth, is the main man that cares about a woman having a big bum. So if you really didn't care about what Israelite man cares about, then you should be trying to have a flatter one. If you really want to keep Jake away, have a flat one, man. L5 spine, long back syndrome. If you really don't care, but you care, because you want to use it to try and manipulate him and control him, man. But Yahweh's making that wear off, man. But let's carry on. Verse 19, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, Yahweh's going to take all that away from you. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, he's going to take all that away, man. And he already has. Because you women now haven't got access to those things where you're the person that stuff's designed for, really. The beauty industry ain't really designed for you Israelite women, man. And that's why you can't find your products and hair products and all of that are more expensive because they're not made in mass. So sometimes y'all have to be using other ones, man. And y'all be struggling to find out what to do. And most of y'all don't know how to take care of your own hair. Because the scientists and all these people that make these things, they ain't trying to make it with your hair in mind. They don't care. They in fact deliberately not making it with your hair in mind so that you can just get a weave. So they can then put things in that weave that poison y'all because they don't like you. But they'll smile in your face though and pretend like they like you. And the Israelite man will tell you, don't put that stuff in your hair because it's poison. And you'll be like, shut up, man. I don't care what you've got to say, nigga. But then when you get into a fight in public and start smashing each other up, right? Now all of a sudden you want the Israelite man to step in and help you. Nah, fuck you. You didn't want to hear nothing that we had to say before. So kiss our ass, man. We ain't helping you now. And a man like me, man, some of you Israelite women have a real hard time with me helping y'all ass out when all hell breaks loose, man. Nah. I stay away from talking to y'all ease for the most part as I can. An older Israelite woman that might be like close to 50s or something like that, that's different. That's different a lot of time because I know that I ain't wouldn't even be trying to even consider dating them. They'd be looked at in my mind like my auntie, like my mom. Right? But the women that are around my age and a bit older and a bit younger, like I don't even talk to y'all. I've crossed the other side of the street, looked the opposite direction. Like, I don't have nothing to say to y'all, man. Y'all are annoying demons. To me. That's to me. And this ain't no because I'm worshipping the Edomite woman either, because they're demons too, man, as well. Most women in this world really are wicked, man. Most of y'all are really wicked. Which is why men ain't trying to deal with y'all like that. They ain't showing up to these singles dating events. They don't want to date y'all, man. Why the hell are they showing up to the singles dating event for? They don't want to date you. You're evil. Let's carry on. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen, and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. A lot of y'all Israelite women and women in general be stinking, man. And instead of like there was one woman called Erica Monet, I think her name is, right? And that Aaron the plumber dude, he said that her breath stinks, man. But way back, when you go back to a video way back, Chris Brown said the same thing, that her breath be stinking, man. Chris Brown said that her breath stinks, and she laughed when he said it, because you know how these women feel about Chris Brown. He said her breath don't smell right, and she laughed. You know what I mean? She didn't say, "Oh, nah, don't be talking to me like that." She just laughed and tried to lean on him and touch his shoulder and all that, man. Because when you women get around certain men, y'all will take all kind of disrespect. Like, if you ever watched that TV show, The Apprentice, with Alan Sugar, he be talking all kind of ways to these people, man, and they be thank you, with pointing his finger at you, fired, bunning them out. Thank you for the opportunity, Lord Sugar. That's what they be saying, man. They be laughing at all his jokes. Some of his jokes are funny, but they be laughing at the ones that ain't even funny. He'll be telling them all kind of stuff, and they'll just sit there and stomach it all, man. Israelite women, they ain't trying who you think you're talking to and all that with him. But if it was Jake, they would do it, though. You Israelite women used to call up Kevin Samuels to get a rating, and when he wouldn't give you the rating you want, you'd have an attitude, but you called him up and asked him. You asked him his opinion, then tried to reject his opinion when he gave it you. So why are you even asking him then? And instead of a girdle of rent, some of y'all women have got that slut gut, man. That fat gut. Gut hanging out, bro. Full of too much shrimp, crab, and lobster, bro. Right? And instead of well set hair, boldness, y'all can't grow hair like that, man. I don't care what none of y'all want to say. Y'all can't grow hair. And if you have got a ponytail, the elastic band is holding on for dear life a lot of the time, man. There ain't much hair on the other end of the band, I'll tell you that. From where the elastic band's wrapped around the hair, there ain't much hair out the other side of it. And if this is hurting your feelings, good. Because the reason why this happened is because of your wicked, evil attitude towards the Israelite man. And ain't none of you, for all your prophetess wanting to claim that you're a woman of the scriptures and all that, the majority of y'all have not addressed that this has happened, man. They're all you men that want to try and read the scriptures and try and thinking you can start telling people something. How comes you don't go into this book, the Bible, and tell the women something? You all want to try and go into the Bible and tell men something. Shut your mouth, right? Go in the book and tell women something. Women, I figured out the reason why we can't grow hair, ladies. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 16. How comes you don't do that? Because you're so desperate to have authority over a man, but you haven't even made yourself be the best woman. You haven't even took the beam out of your own eye. You're steady trying to tell the men how to be better men. Like that dumb hoe on that video. She was talking about, yo, pray for all the ladies that are involved in this, yeah. Best wishes to them. And pray for all the people that got involved, best wishes to them. And for the men too, pray for them. But furthermore, and she started having this whole speech on what the men's supposed to do. But she never had no speech for what the woman that ran somebody over should have did. But she had a whole lot to say about the men. She had a whole lot of extras for what the men should be doing, right? And that's why a lot of you men are gonna really, man, you're gonna really struggle to find some kind of mercy in the Israelite man's eyes, because you've been demons towards us, man. You've been so evil and wicked. You've not wanted to hear anything that we've got to say, but in the moment you start spazzing, now all of a sudden you want the men to help. That's not how it works, man. Us as Israelite men, we ain't done that to Yahweh. We ain't just rejected everything that Yahweh's got to say, everything that Yahweh Shai has done for us. And then the moment that our life starts going bad, we start praying. Maybe some wicked, grimy 2/3 in the world, people that don't really believe in the Lord, do that. But we as Israelite men hoping to be of the elect, we don't do that. We're trying, man. We're trying to show some faith. But you Israelite, I mean, you don't show any faith towards the men of your nation. And in the moment that things go dark, then all of a sudden you expect the man to just jump up and prove why you should have had faith in him. Nah, that's not how it works, man. Because even though the Israelite man's in higher in rank than you, He's still on earth and you can see what he's going through. We can't see what Yahweh Shai is going through right now and what Yahweh is going through, but you women can see where we are. You can see the situation that we're dealing with, man. But every single time y'all get the chance to try and live in an imaginary world where you think you're better than us, you run with that. So go ahead and be like that then, man. And instead of well set hair boldness and a stomach instead of a stomach at a garden of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty, and y'all don't be looking fire in the face that much really no more. There's certain Israelite women that do, right? Like one woman that I think is like a good archetype of what a beautiful Israelite woman looks like is a female YouTuber on the internet called Reva TV, right? I think that's what an attractive Israelite woman looks like, right? That kind of archetype, Kelly Rowland kind of archetype is what an attractive Israelite women look like. Rihanna, if she didn't have Rihanna with or without the forehead, but if she had just a normal forehead, that would be a very beautiful Israelite woman, right? And Israelite women would not be sad if the majority of Israelite women looked like that of several different brown skin tones. They would not care. But the average Israelite woman does not look like that though. They're coming more like Mark Henry, fam, or Wesley Snipes, man. And I'm not trying to say it to be funny. I'm saying it to be real. They don't look much different than us as the men. Not really. The only reason why sometimes you can tell the difference because they don't have a beard, right? And they've got female bodies, but their face ain't really, you know what I mean? They ain't really what it's supposed to be out here. Not really, man. And I ain't trying to make you Israelite women just feel completely burnt out, but the truth's got to be said, man. The truth's got to be said. And that's the reason why a lot of you Israelite women are so sour about this whole Meg Thee Stallion thing, because you view her as like the top harlot, bop, 304 queen idol, and think, man, she's a hoe, but she's pretty though. We all know she's a hoe and she's a harlot. She's easy and she's slut, but she pretty though. So if she can make it, then that means that I've got a chance. That's what you all think, man, because you know you're a hoe just like she is. A lot of you women know. So you're thinking if she can make it, because she's a hoe like we are, but she's prettier than us though, and she's got some money, then that means that I can make it. And I don't know why you women, it's mad to me that you women always think that having money allows you a better opportunity now to get men, because you never want to spend none of that money on men anyway. So what's up with it? What's up with ever mentioning the money? You never want to spend none of it on a man anyway. So who cares how much money you make? Because you're always going to view that money as yours, your own personal thing that's yours. But then want men, when they get some money, to view it as an ours thing. It's so selfish, man. It's disgusting how selfish y'all are as well. It's sickening, bro. But this is why a lot of you men are going to be catching hell, man. And you're trying to make out like, oh, this whole male loneliness epidemic and that. No, it's you women that are lonely, man. You women are the ones that are lonely, because you women are the only ones talking about the male loneliness thing. I haven't heard no man talk about men having an epidemic of being lonely. I've heard women saying it though. And if it is any man that ever does say that I might have heard say something along those lines, it's a man that's trying to supplicate to women, man. 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 33. Let me highlight this as well, man. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. The daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. And they're doing that right now, man. They're on TikTok and all on the YouTube, all these compilation videos that these people are making, right? Women complain that men don't approach them at the gym no more. But there was a time when the women was complaining that men do approach them at the gym. And you women are so lost that you actually think that only the men that you like are going to know that they're supposed to approach you. But then when it comes to you, if you was to approach men, right, you wouldn't know how to make it be a thing where every single man that you approach likes you, and he's going to be exactly the kind of man that you want. But you expect men to just know that you are going to like him before he shows up to you, don't it? You men are lost, man. Absolutely lost. And you're getting on every man's nerves. The rich men, you're getting on their nerves. The poor men, you're getting on their nerves. The athlete male, you're getting on his nerves. The construction worker, you're getting on his nerves. The doorman, you're getting on his nerves. The plumber, the greengrocer, right? The electrician, you're getting on his nerves. The employed, the unemployed, y'all getting on every man's nerves out here, man. Every single man has got a complaint about you women. Now, all you men have got complaints about men too. But when you women start talking about women, you all want to think that all women are baddies. I see all these attractive women walking on the street all the time, but I don't really be seeing that many men that are attractive. Well, the women that you're seeing that you think are attractive, have you ever seen them without their makeup on? Do you live with those women? No, you don't. So you're thinking that that woman's attractive, just like how she might be thinking that you're attractive. But how much makeup you got on though? Because it's real easy to start bunning out someone's appearance, right? When you're cheating to make yours look good. Just like how someone could be bunning out someone's financial success, right? But they've got a fucking trust fund where someone's helping them out financially. Oh, you people are poor, you people are okay. Take the trust fund away that you got. How much money would you have? Because you didn't earn that. How much money would you have now? You know what I mean? Like, what are you people talking about, man? You men are gonna realize that you should have showed men respect when you had the chance and when men was available to show respect too. Because a lot of men are gonna perish in World War III. And that's gonna take away you women having the dating advantage, man. Because the men are gonna be more in majority in minority, and you women are gonna be in majority. And men are gonna be able to look you up and down and say, you ain't giving, or we ain't giving wifey material, or we ain't giving, he ain't giving submissive to me. They're gonna be able to just look you up and down like, nah. If they want to in that time, they'll be able to spit in your face and say, keep it moving, man. The men that don't believe in the Lord, right? They're gonna be even more brutal towards you women, man, than the men of the Lord that just gonna be like, go away. There's nothing for you over here. You'll find no salvation here. Go away, get lost. And then you're gonna stumble upon some post-apocalyptic warlord type cat. And what do you think he's gonna be like, man? He'll find a use for you, but it ain't gonna be nothing that you want to be used for. Verse 34, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Right? And there ain't gonna be no time for marriage. There ain't gonna be no time for no helpers, because the men are gonna be trying to help themselves. They ain't gonna have time to help no woman. And you women are gonna be a burden. It's gonna be a burden for a man that's struggling with the day of the Lord's wrath in the apocalypse to take on a woman that's gonna be slow. She might be slow. She can't run. She's gonna be complaining all the time. I'm tired. It's cold. And he's just gonna be thinking the whole time, "Oh, I wish that this bitch would just shut the fuck up." He might just wake up in the middle of the night and run away from you and just leave you to yourself, man. Not leave no note, nothing. Be like, man, I couldn't do it, man. Nah, she was annoying. She was too much of a burden for me. She was gonna get me killed. All that complaining about the cold, how cold it is. Do you think it ain't cold for me too? And that's why it's mad that the world tries to make it like women are so empathetic. No, they're not. Women have got sympathy for people, right? Mainly for women and children. But they ain't got no empathy. They can't see things from anyone else's perspective, really, man. Men can, but women can't, man. Men are way more righteous than women. Way more. And I'm like done with talking on this topic now. I'm gonna end the video here, but like it's just that women are getting on everyone's nerves, man. You even get on each other's nerves too. There's even videos being made by women now, but in that women, and yet you still are choosing to not fix your ways in majority, man. You still don't think that the majority of women still don't think that they're the problem. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.